King Chrome acknowledges the traditional owners of this land on which we race and film on today. It is known that this land always was and always will be Aboriginal land. We acknowledge and give thanks to the elders past, present and emerging, and any Aboriginal people viewing this production.
We found the limit. It was a really big crash.
We're going fast. This is going to hurt.
Organising any motorsport event is always a highly rewarding piece.
The key thing to it is to have a really good team surrounding you. Without them, you can't do it. It's absolutely impossible.
So this is being run under Motorsport Australia. We get a lot of good support out of them.
There's challenges, but I'm 100% happy with where we're at right now.
A lot of organisation goes into it. The landowners, the organisers, the car clubs, there's so many volunteers.
We put into plan about 5 years ago to put to Motorsport Australia that we're ready to run a national event.
It comes together from a lot of hard work from all the officials.
Be it food vendor, be it an official, a promoter, or just helping out a family member who's competing, we owe them a massive amount of gratitude and thanks.
Most people just want to race. You know, competitors want to get in the car and drive.
I started this park about 18 years ago as a bit of an idea. We got about 60 k's of four-wheel drive tracks, 14 k's of beautiful river frontage on the property, and playground areas. Sort of we do jet ski tours, hot laps in buggies, a bit of everything. This is the first year we've run the event at a national level. We've always had sort of the 500 or 600 spectators. This year going national, we put a bit more money in, marketed it more. Yeah, I reckon we're pretty well up to around 2,000 odd people, spectators, competitors all in total, which is awesome for the region.
I've been doing off-roading maybe 10 or 15 years. Worked my way up to senior official. Right from the word go, we have to have our safety plan and all the risk assessments done. We do online entries. The competing crews submit all their information. If we can do that as smoothly as possible, it makes it a really successful weekend, and especially when the competitors come here with little fuss. So there's a lot of work in the background.
We're seeing outstanding increases in our competitor numbers across all our categories, especially in the off-road and side-by-side space. It shows the latent passion for the sport and everyone's desire to be back on track and racing once again.
It is 7 p.m. on Thursday night and we are here, still in Bass.
My swag's about 6 hours that way. I'm not actually sure where I'm sleeping tonight.
The race team have my swag, so I get to top and tail with Shane.
"6 a.m, 6:30. There's still no race team.
Oh, good morning!
What's happening?
Happy to be here. That's just racing, is it? Rock up late.
Bit of a buzz, everyone's catching up after Fink. Yeah, it's all happy here this morning.
This is the first event that I've done here. You really got to draw on all years of experience because this is a guessing game. You've really got to sort of take your chances, select the right menu and try and apply as much marketing as you possibly can. I was well aware that, I was taking the chances that you take when you do these events.
This year we've got it together. We spent a lot of time behind the scenes. Tony, myself and all the team here at Loveday have put in of weeks and months of work in preparation for the event.
A little bit of craziness here this morning. We've got sign on, so everyone's getting their beautiful little wristbands, showing licences, giving logbooks in.
Over in the pit area where the kit chrome pits are, there's a big toolkit set up over there. That is there for everyone to use and abuse if you need to fix your buggy, your truck, your lawnmower over the weekend.
It's so important to have partners that are active in any kind of sporting property, and King Chrome have certainly done that. They're always on the ground supporting. There's entry prizes if you're a side-by-side competitor at every single AORC and side-by-side national championship event.
Our first racing dilemma of the day. We're going out on recce. We're taking the Merc, but me and Das didn't put fuel in it, so it's actually out of fuel. So now we're siphoning it out of the truck because we don't have any spare diesel because the buggies don't run on diesel.
50 litres, that'll do.
Thank you, truck. Got to get out on the truck, doll. Got shit to do.
So we're out here doing recce. I'm really trying to focus on making sure Alex gets bogged so we can wave and go past him. And that's the plan.
Here's the thing, Jackson. We're offering a $1,000 prize, and it's called the Show Pony Award in the stadium area for anyone involved.
It's already done, mate. I'll pay me money now. I've already beaten him. Suck shit, Alex.
Yeah, my GPS thing's seemingly lost.
We'll do anything for podium. Orange. Now coming off.
If you do blow a belt, take it in the car with you and just go with the cover up. Don't put it back on.
So I won't be able to see K's per hour properly. Oh yeah, it was like that. Or timing.
So as soon as we cross over that thing, tell me how quickly we did it. Yeah. So I can get a gauge of next time.
The little something to do in the air
So much
makes
than ever. She almost accelerates.
It's coffee time. We've got a gamble going today, so every event we go out, we usually blow a belt and then we take the cover off and then we're like, hey, this is awesome with the cover off. We've decided to not waste our time for this event because we want to go out and push, so we're going, no cover to start with. We're just discussing how that's going to go. You're going to find out. Everyone's turned it up. Like they're happy to spend $100 grand to make that $1,000, and that is Australian right there. That's how we do it.
There's just a bit of noise in the rear end when the girls come in, so trying to see what's going on, whether the CVs aren't happy. We'll probably throw a new pair of drive shafts at it anyway. At least that isolates that potential problem going wrong. So
Today was an interesting day for us. Our pace was good, but then we just caught a bump real good and it broke the drive shaft, which then went through the tyre, bent the suspension arm. But we continued, got it to the end, we got to finish and then fixed it. We want a bit of a mission in the next race. We actually overheated it, we were pushing it that hard. We sent it over everything, every jump out there. It was full tilt. Well, we hit the woods flat out and this massive endo. Maxie informed me later, he goes, Do you want to slow down a little bit on the whoops?
Evo didn't want to lift, so twisted him flat out, which was scary.
Yeah, it turns out I scared him, so you can scare Maxi.
Like I was saying before, you'll find out if we run with the cover off or not, if it's good. It's good. Max Belton is 50, drove the whole race full throttle. Tensors was sick, suspension was sick, Sammy was sick. And then Sammy's like, right 3. I'm like, nope. We're crashing off the road. Sam's like, sorry. It's a sick time.
Just went dead, wouldn't turn on.
Yeah, so it's electrical. Because if you've got no power, then it's electrical, straight up. So the isolator just died.
Okay.
I'm assuming, something like that. Yep.
Went back out and it was fine. It was flying. 30 k's in, it just, like everything stopped again. No, sorry, engine light came on, turned it off, and then it wouldn't turn back on. And I started revving the shit out of it to turn it back on, and it turned back on, and then all the liquid at the front just like squirted out. Lucky there's 8 laps to go.
Check, 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 and then everything you miss breaks.
Keen to get out, have another crack tomorrow. Alright, we're prepped, ready to go for tomorrow, and we've drained the gearbox oil, and there's gearbox on the oil. It's really bad. So we're going to steal Dad's gearbox because he's gone to bed and quickly chuck it in. We'll see if he notices in the morning.
I get out of bed this morning, come out looking forward to another hard day of racing, walk out to my car, voila, no gearbox. Somebody's been busy overnight while I was sleeping. Jacko decided that he needed my gearbox for today's racing because he was coming fourth and I was like nowhere. So looks like I got the day off.
What I love most about motorsport is the camaraderie. Whilst we're very fierce competitors, if someone needs a hand, especially in the case of King Chrome, if you need a tool to help out to get the job done, there's always someone there you can count on.
Yeah, me and Emma raced today. Jacko's got our gearbox in his car. So yeah, I'm spectating.
To get over that final finish jump and call it a day. That's the aim.
We're really high up in the field now, so we've got big cars behind us, so hopefully we can keep running our pace and not have any issues, which would be sick. Kraken's just going to eat today.
Mate, our boys just had a first successful finish. We're so happy for them. It's unreal.
Last 10 Ks it was knocking a bit in the rear. We buttoned off a tiny bit, but the brakes were still pretty good, but just check out the whole back, something going on.
Yeah, looking good, spot on.
Yep.
Just keep doing that.
No, so we're going, and then something just like clicked, and I was like, weird, and then it steered wrong, and I was like, what the fuck? And then Shannon goes, that's our wheel. I thought maybe we just had a flat tyre. Very different, it turns out. Looked up, and our wheel's just going for a run. And I was like, oh shit. So went to the side.
Hey, I proved it fit. You can drive on 3 wheels.
Benzie Tank, why do you do them up so tight if you want us to film action? Not a lot we can do with 3 tyres, that's for sure. So yeah, here we are on the side of the track again. Oh, look at that. That's my boat. So basically what's happened here, we're fucked. So Shannon's leaving. We're gonna go get some help. Rain's coming. I'll just sit in the bush by myself. Shannon has gone with the officials, which might I add, super quick to get here, super helpful, all lovely people. Like, All the volunteers, love yous. Thanks for coming.
What did you do?
Nothing. Oh, wow. Oh, sweetheart. Thank you to Recovery 10 for helping us out. Legends. We passed Luffy and Shannon's got the wheel in her hand on the track and she's like, g'day, and he's like, what the fuck?
We're just tooting. Hi.
Hi. It's a good day. We're still winning. So fuck it.
We're going out. We've got 2 more laps to do. We're gonna take it easy. Look after it. They're big hits. Make up time with where we can. No, it's all feeling really solid. So focused, not like full sense. So really boring. But yeah, that's the plan.
Slow the car down more than what you normally would for the turn.
Yeah.
Just roll through the turn, and then once you feed the power on, just stay matted. So we'll just keep going, but I'll stiffen it up.
Okay. So it shouldn't be too bad.
The car would be a lot stiffer anyway.
I know, I just can't really.
It's had a bit of a tumble. Couldn't turn out of the big bump and ended up flipping it over 3 times. It was pretty rough.
Okay. All right. No, that's all right, as long as you're all right. No, we're good. All right, we'll see you when you get back. Okay, bye. Roll over.
Everything didn't move. Oh, the iPad just fucked off into the abyss.
Yeah. All right, so I was talking about not pushing and I was gonna take it easy, and we were. The car bounced, and as it landed, the power steering turned off, and I could muscle it back, and by the time it had all gone through my head, it was all over, and we sort of spun it at, I don't know, 80 Ks or whatever it was doing, and pretty good shape, to be honest. We've knocked the tyre off the rim. The rear end looks pretty tough, like all still pretty straight. Had it sweating a bit of power this weekend, we've been pushing. You said we're taking it easy, Mersey.
Chef's kiss.
Hauling through another section of whoops, I've been doing them all day, and steering just turned off. So these run electric power steering, and if you overload them, they'll trip. And I don't know why, but steering just went full lock, couldn't turn it, and we spun it in some big whoops. I'm not sure how fast it was, between 80 to 100. It hurt though. When it whipped right and then took off, it felt like we were in the air for ages. It really hurt. We've got to head over and get checked out, but I think they'll give us the thumbs up and then let us continue.
A lot of people get nervous when they have to come to medical. They think that, you know, we're going to end their racing day. They have to come and see us, and we want to make sure they're okay before they go back out on track. That's the most important thing.
Just more paperwork, that's about it. Main things, everyone's safe. So, they reckon 7G roll on the data.
Each level of motorsport has a different standard of care, but we always over-prepare. We've got paramedics on site, we've got level 4 ambulance officers, as well as first aid and nurses. And then we carry a full clinical care, right up with trauma, and right up to our equipped ambulances.
They're trying to figure out how Sam's body works. No one really knows.
I reckon you would have been fucking rolling up there too, to be honest.
Yeah, I did the same shit I always do. I'm like, no, I'll take it easy. It didn't feel that dangerous. It was just one spot and it was all over. So yeah, well, I was the only idiot driving it. So yeah, can't really blame anyone else. That's what I said to Sam. I'm like, oh, I probably don't have any more kids.
It does say it coming. Yeah, roughly right. Yeah, like in like by like 0.3 of a second. We'll sort of look around at it. Found a big log and Sammy used it as a lever. Jack, because I don't have a jack. Jack the car up, swap the tyre because the rear left. Head popped the bead off. Then you got it on and drove it all the way back.
Oh really? Drove that?
I drove it all the way back.
No recovery.
Tell you what, these Evanses know how to wreck shit.
We thought Fink was tough, and this is proving to be just as difficult as Fink.
We've been in this position before where you're like, no, sweet, it's only an A-arm, and you go and slap an arm on it and you go out, and then there's lots of other stuff we haven't found yet. So played the game long enough that I'd rather go back in the shop, pull it down, and actually go over the car, because scrutineers and stuff weren't in the car, I was, and it was actually a very big hit. So I think there'll be some other problems we need to dig through it, which is a real shame because the car was the best it's ever been. And I say that every episode, but it actually was the best it's ever been because we were running between third and fourth, like third and fourth in our class. Never been near there. Passing big cars, like it was awesome.
Eden, you're our only hope.
No pressure.
Not at all. Seriously though, there is no pressure. You've just got to circulate. Just drive it, feel it. Just feel the car. You'll be right. You'll be fine. Need more water. I'm going to put the cap on. You guys are going to get going. Eden's driving on a wing and a prayer. That's the concern. The car's overheating. It's got a mysterious scenario where it just goes into a limp mode. We don't really know why. She cycles it. Seems to have gone back into limp mode. Okay, the positive is she's not overheating. We're back to the limp mode problem. So, now, what do we do now? Spectate? Yeah.
So we'll get stuck into some of the awards first. First place, the only King Chrome buggy that actually finished this weekend, Eden Evans and Sharon Jennings.
It's absolutely a credit to them to put something like this on that's a national event in a local stage.
That starts at the top, right from your clerk of course, event secretary, through to the organising committee. Without those personnel and the people with that experience, events like this just wouldn't happen.
Most importantly, the spectators have seen an awesome event. Behind the scenes, you know, there's little things that you pick up on that will change.
It's been a very long few days.
The track was awesome. It was really suited to our side-by-sides.
We found the limit, is probably the best way to say it. We were pushing as hard as we could.
We had to strategically drive this weekend. I can't say it's my best drive.
Just got more and more destroyed.
We tripped power steering, overloaded it and ended up flipping it over 3 times and hurting the car pretty bad. So, and hurting our egos a little bit as well because we were going really well.
Yeah, so the strategic plan actually paid off because I fucking won.
Absolutely flat out on the King Chrome all weekend. I think we've lost about 15 10mm sockets.
We did our job and I'm stoked, so bring on Rainbow.
If I can't see it, it's not that bad.
He can't look after himself.
That hurts, doesn't it?